Welcome back, everybody, to the Just Talking Ball Podcast. Today, I'm going to be going over the Broncos Packers game. There's a lot later than I usually post, so sorry about that, but just get into it now. Um, yeah, gonna be going over, like I said, Broncos Packers game. It was a little bit ago, so I might be a little sloppy getting stats and everything to you, but yeah. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about the upcoming Jaguars game because that's also equally a huge game as the one we just played here against the Packers. Um, so yeah, before we get into it, please like, subscribe, share. Appreciate all the support lately. Uh, so yeah, let's just jump right into it. So going into this Packers game, talked about last podcast with Ben and Joel. They won't be here today, sadly, but that's fine. Um, so yeah, we talked about last podcast expectations. It pretty much played out how I was expecting it. I was thinking it'd be a little bit more of a defensive battle, less scoring. Final score ended up being 34-26 Broncos. I think when we did the predictions, I predicted. Oh, we actually didn't do score predictions for this one, but it would have just been like 20 something to like 17 or something like that for me. I did not think it'd be this high scoring with two of the best defenses in the league going at it, but um, yeah, it ended up being a high scoring kind of a shootout game until the Broncos defense was really able to lock in and get some big time interceptions, which is something we have not seen from this team all year. So that was amazing to see. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So I mean, yeah, expectation wise, point differential wise, went about how I thought. Um, just yeah, it was a lot more high scoring than I think really anybody thought this one would be. I don't think anybody really had this one being a shootout. Because these teams both their strong suit is their defense. But hey, that might be changing for the Broncos right now because our offense, man, they looked amazing. So yeah, let's just kind of get right into that. Sean Payton has been cooking lately. We love being critical of Sean on here. It's super easy to do, just sitting on the couch watching the game, obviously. But he's had his moments this year that just have not been good whatsoever. There's no arguing it. Um, Well, these past two games, I mean, the Raiders game, Sean had a great game plan for them. It wasn't anything special, wasn't anything fancy, but it was perfectly enough to get the job done. And that's really what you need to do against bad teams like the Raiders. Um, and then, yeah, going into this Packers game, seems like he knew what he wanted to do from the jump. He adjusted when he needed to. Um, yeah, he just continues to do really good with kind of everything going on here. The one thing is just he's got to get this personnel fixed up. I think early first quarter we had to call a timeout because he didn't get personnel out fast enough because he loves changing up the personnel. So that's something he needs to work on is getting them ready for when the Packers did the same thing a couple times. So kind of evened out there, but I mean that won't happen to us every game. Yeah, so we gotta do better there with the personnel changes. But yeah, I think Sean's doing a great job. He's really letting RJ be the bulk running back. Um, Jaleel and Bidet, I mean, Jaleel just got two carries. Bidet just he just had one reception for 1 yard, and he's just in there for blocking on third downs, really. So yeah, I think it was a really well schemed up game plan by Sean. He schemed up open touchdowns. Michael Bandy got his first career touchdown. That was awesome to see. Um, Super underrated player. Put up some great plays. Uh, and just the offense altogether lately has been absolutely cooking. Bo this game, we'll talk about him a little bit later, but just now put up 302 yards, only 107 of those were yak, four touchdowns, a 134 rating. Um, And hats off to him because he did an amazing job. Love seeing him ball out. He really just he really kind of shut everybody up. Honestly, he vaulted himself into some MVP conversations even. I mean, yeah, it was a great game by Bo, AFC Player of the Week, Aaron Brown Player of the Week or whatever. Just great performance by him. Again, talk about him later. Um, I touched on it just a little bit, but this defense is finally forcing turnovers. Um, and when I say finally forcing turnovers, plural, I just mean the interceptions they had this past game. But yeah, I mean Pat Surtain, he had a great play. Um, Riley Moss, he had a tip drill interception. So I mean, it was really good to see us finally forcing those turnovers because that's something that even though our defense has been great all year, they have been struggling forcing turnovers. They've been one of the worst in the league at it. And if you want to be a top team, which we already were without him, but you do need to force turnovers. So it's really good to see us forcing turnovers. And yeah, but Pat Surtain's interception just it really reminds you how good of a player he is. He's just insane. To just be trailing like that and then ball in the air, come up with it. Just an amazing play by Pat Surtain. The DPOY continues to show why he was the defensive player of the year. Um, yeah, just great work from the defense. They're finally forcing turnovers. Um, the pressure rate was really good. I don't have the exact numbers on that, but it was one of the better in the league this past week, which was really good against a solid Packers offensive line. Um, Zach Allen continues just to absolutely just bulldoze everybody in his way, even if it's like three people. Um, Big shout out to Malcolm Roach and DJ Jones because they really showed up this past game. We really we needed a big spark like that against a really good running back in Josh Jacobs and excuse me. Um, yeah, DJ Jones and Malcolm Roach they really showed up. So that was really good to see. Um, they both just do an amazing job. Malcolm especially getting to the backfield in the run game. He did a really good job just overall this past week. Yeah, I just loved what I saw from really every aspect of this team. Defense, we could have forced a few more punts probably, given up a little bit less than 26 points, but uh, you got to deal with that sometimes. Jonah Ellis was back. He had a sack. He had a TFL. Uh, Dondre Tillman, he had a sack. Also had a TFL. Like I said, DJ Jones balled out. Malcolm Roach balled out. Um, Ruzurike, he had a solid game. Yeah, just everybody on the defense really did solid. Just like I said, put to, put together a little bit better of a team effort on some drives and force a little bit less than 26 points. But against a really good offense like the Packers, you really can't nitpick too much. So I'm gonna shut up on that point because I mean they played a really good game, especially down the stretch when we needed them. So yeah. So yeah, just to kind of get back to the offense, the wide receivers did amazing. Um, I think I'm trying to remember if there were any drops. Sutton might have had one drop. I'm trying to remember. But otherwise, it was just amazing by all the receivers. Cortland Sutton had 113 yards on 7 receptions at touchdown. Just always there when Bo needs him in the clutch. Their chemistry is just so good. It was just an amazing game by Sutton, showing why he gets way too much hate. That he's a wide receiver one. Sure, he's not like elite, like he's not Jamar Chase, who had actually had a really bad week. Not JSN, not anybody like that, but he's still a really good receiver, and he's perfectly fit to be a Super Bowl contending team's WR1. Troy Franklin, he showed up, 85 yards on 6 receptions at touchdown. He had one really big catch from Bo that was just absolutely perfect to watch. So love seeing Troy ball out because that's huge. His development. Because I really think Troy can be something. He's just got to work on catching the football, and that's what he did this past week. And I mean, it showed up because he had an amazing game. Marvin Mims got a little bit more involved, 37 yards, four receptions for 29 yards. Man, I'm yawning like crazy. Sorry. Yeah. So I mean, we started to get Mims the ball a little bit more. He had one carry for 8 yards. Yeah, still want to see him used a little bit more. But when the rest of the offense is cooking the way they were, I'm not gonna hate on it too much. Evan Ingram only one catch for 12 yards. Bandy, like I said, he had the one reception for 20 yards. Lil Jordan Humphrey, he had himself a really solid game. Three receptions, 42 yards, and a touchdown. He's a very interesting player. Obviously, the blocking is there. He's really good at blocking. Um, but sometimes he will literally hand the ball to the other team. We saw that last year. Sometimes he'll drop the ball. But sometimes he plays like this, and when he plays like this, love having him on the team. But sometimes more often than not, it's the other way around. So yeah, he balled out. Still gonna be thankful to have Pat Bryant back. That's gonna be huge. Yeah, so I mean, receivers continue to ball out. Yeah, so just to kind of touch again on Bo Nix looked amazing. From the very beginning, he was calm in the pocket. He was stepping up in the pocket. His feet were calm. He was delivering accurate throws. The deep ball was working. He was just making the right reads. He was evading sacks like he usually does. Had a really good couple plays where he really just evaded big losses to keep the play alive, but he found somebody and they were able to make something happen. Yeah, Bo just continues to steadily improve this season. Obviously, in the fourth quarter, he's always been great this year, but I feel like every game we're kind of getting somewhere more with Bo. So that's really good to see because, again, he's a young QB, he's developing. And we've talked about before, but having that clutch gene that he has isn't something you can teach. So the fact that he has it, um, and even though he's having an up and down year, kind of, the fact that he still has that and he still performs, no matter how he performed the rest of the game, he'll come out and he'll ball out in the fourth quarter. Um, so that's something you just love to see from Bo. Definitely, I would say his best game as a pro, period. Again, 302 yards, four touchdowns, 134 rating against the top, I would say, five defense in the Packers. Um, Absolutely insanely good game from Bo Nix. Just it was just a perfect game all around from him. Loved what I saw from him. I love to see what the haters are gonna say now because I already saw some people talking about he had however many turnover worthy plays. Oh man, I'm going like crazy. Sorry. Um, Saying that he had turnover worthy plays and all this. But it's a turnover worthy play, but it was dropped, so it doesn't matter. If it gets jotted down as a turnover worthy play, it wasn't a turnover, so it really doesn't matter. And he has one of the better rates in the league at that, just all around this year. So haters are just running out of things to say, really. Because yeah, it's getting scary. If this is how Bo Nix is playing for us this year, we're winning the Super Bowl easily. There's no doubt about it in my mind. If Bo Nix is playing like this for the rest of the year, or even just a little bit worse, we're winning the Super Bowl easy. Nobody's beating us. It's really plain and simple because he was that good. He just really came to play, absolutely balled out, made all the throws. Wide receivers did a great job catching the ball. It was just a great game from Bo. He 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 really just showing up. It's just amazing to see from him. So yeah, offense, they did a great job. Touch on the run game really quick. I thought it looked pretty good against a solid-ish run defense. Um, RJ Harvey, 19 carries, 65 yards. That's 3.4 per carry. And a rushing touchdown. He did have that fumble. I kind of agree with what Sean said about that. Is it wasn't as much on RJ as it was just great defense. So not gonna harp him too much on that. I thought RJ had a really solid game. Um, he's a rookie. He's getting the yards that he needs to on a decent amount of carries. I mean, 3.4 per carry isn't anything you're gonna look at and be in love with, but I'll take it from a rookie against a really good defense. So yeah, RJ Harvey played a great game. He keeps improving every week. Um, yeah, just this offense, man. If this is the potential that that me, Ben, Joel, Normie, have all talked about on this podcast, is the potential that this offense has is insane. We've talked about we just need to be a slightly above average offense, and we would literally never lose a game with this defense. And how this offense played last week is way better than just slightly above average. They absolutely balled out all cylinders. O line was blocking. Shout out to them. They just continue to do the dirty work in the trenches. Feel like I don't give them enough credit. So yeah, O line continues to do what they do. Just insane stuff by the offense this past week, and like I said, it's something that we've talked about so much. Is this offense has all the potential in the world, but they were just it was always just a couple players per game. Just Bo struggles. Shaw makes bad calls. Run game isn't really working. Wide receivers are dropping the ball. O line has pretty much always just been consistent all year. There's been a game here and there maybe where they weren't amazing, but with the way they've been playing, I'll take that. So I mean, yeah, just this offense when it's at its best is unstoppable. I mean, not really unstoppable, but they are a very good offense when at their peak. And with this defense, assuming they play a little bit better than they have the past couple weeks, nobody's beating us, man. Because yeah, whoever gets us in the playoffs, they better be praying they don't actually get us, because yeah, they're gonna be in for it if this is how the offense is gonna perform. And I fully think it can, because it's a young offense and it's been getting better every week over the past 2 seasons. It's just a fact. It's look at the film, look at the stats. It's been getting better weekly throughout the past 2 seasons. Sean Payton has and George Patton, they've done an incredible job building this team. Um, love what I'm seeing there from this offense, and just all around great stuff from this offense, man. I can't say it enough. It was a great game to watch, and we're gonna need him to come play this next week because we're playing a really good Jaguars defense. So um, yeah, another big game going there. Um, we'll talk about that later, though. Cornerbacks, Pat Surtain, like I said, continues to show up. Riley Moss, he had a INT, which is something from a cornerback like him who is always in decent coverage, even though he's given up catches left and right. Even though he's right there, he doesn't come down with the ball all that often, but that was big to see him get an interception. He had a bad defensive pass interference called on him, but I've said it before, when you give yourself the reputation of somebody who's gonna commit penalties, they will call on you more. So hopefully starts to fix that reputation and continue to play the way he just did. Because the way he was playing this past week against the Packers, I'm perfectly fine playing that every week and playing most of the snaps. So yeah, I mean that's huge. Just trying to think of some other stuff here. Sternad got hurt. That sucks for special teams, especially since that's where he gets the bulk of the playing time. But we've talked about on this podcast, we want to see him more offensively instead of Alex Singleton. I mean, defensively instead of Alex Singleton. Um, so that sucks seeing him get hurt. Brandon Jones on the IR. Hopeful return for the playoffs. That one hurts. PJ Locke. He had his moments last year. He had some really bad moments last year, but PJ, he can be a really solid player. We know what he's capable of. We know what he can do. And with B Jones playing most of the season, hopefully that takes up all the time for bad PJ Lock stuff to happen. So, um, yeah, just all around a really good week for us. But again, just those injuries, man. Just even when we win, we lose because yeah, those injuries really hurt. Um, but injuries are part of the game. As we saw, Micah Parsons got hurt. So I mean, yeah, just all about next man up mentality. Say it in every sport, but yeah, you gotta have that next man up in case injury or something happens. So yeah, talking about injuries, Patrick Mahomes torn ACL out for the year. So Chiefs eliminated, they're done. Um, and man, their injury report this yesterday was insane. They're pretty much just shutting it down for this year. You would have to think 3 games left on the year, out of playoff contention. Mahomes out. They're just done on this year, obviously. So that's gonna be huge for the Broncos playing Minshew on Christmas. Just gotta go out there and execute that game, and hopefully we get a dub there. Um, yeah, so AFC West playoff picture here. Chiefs are out of it. It's the Broncos and Chargers. Chargers 4 losses, Broncos 2. They have the tiebreaker right now. Um, I think they drop one of their next games coming up. The Chargers. Let me look at who they play. I want to say they're playing the Texans and Cowboys coming up here. So I think they definitely drop one of those games. Yes, it's the Cowboys and then the Texans. Um, and then us week 18. So if they just drop one of those games, um, we can afford to also drop one of our remaining 3 games. So I don't think we're dropping the one on Christmas. And I really think we'll beat the Jaguars. They had a really good game against the Jets, but it's the Jets. Um, and no matter how good you are, we're gonna make it a close game. And if it's a close game, Bo Nix is gonna cook in the end. Sean Payton's gonna cook, and the defense is gonna come up clutch like they always have. So I think just win one more, just win 2 more games, 2 out of the 3. We got the playoff spot. I'm very positive the Chargers will lose. Um, so I mean, just win. If Chargers lose, let's say this next game against the Cowboys here, we can perfectly fine. We can drop the game to them later and um, the Jaguars game. But again, I don't want to see that. I want us to get dubs. So hopefully we go out there and continue to get dubs because um, yeah, love W's. It'd be huge for us to finish with 15-2 record. 3 games left on the year. We're 12-2. Yeah, so 15-2. That would be amazing. Yeah, lock up that 1 seed. Um, just gotta keep praying the Patriots somehow lose, but with their schedule, that's gonna be interesting. But we do have the tiebreaker over them, so I think we can still drop a game there and we'll be fine. But yeah, we just gotta go out there and win. Just win 2 more games, and we got the first seed in the bag. We got the AFC West in the bag. Um, and that's if the Chargers decide to win out. Um, so yeah, I'm really thinking starters will not play Week 18, so that'll be fun to see some guys like Stidham, Bandy will get to play a lot. Maybe we'll finally see A.T. Perry or something. I don't know. Not that important right now. So yeah, that's just big to see. Yeah, so just looking into this Jaguars game just a little bit here. They have a great defense. Uh, it's going to be a very hard fought, long drawn out game. I'm feeling because we rank 1 and 2 in penalties, the Jaguars and Broncos. So it's going to be a long game. And then this ref crew that we have, I'm pretty sure they call some of the most penalties in the league. So we're going to be seeing a lot of laundry on the field this week. But I mean, yeah, the Jaguars, great defense. Pulling up defensive rankings right now. I want to say that their run game is the weak point of this defense. So total defense wise, they're number 10. So solid there. Passing defense. Oh no, passing defense was a weak point, huh? Yeah, they're 20th in passing defense. So Bo, you're coming off a huge game against the uh, eighth ranked passing defense. Just one more huge game, please, please. Because 20th ranked Jaguars defense, 222 yards per game, 23 touchdowns. It's a perfect game for Bo to absolutely take over again. Because just like every week, he's getting extra hate than he already is from the opposing fan bases. So just go out there and shut them up again, Bo. Come on, just go out there and ball out. That'd be amazing to see. Yeah, so their rushing defense actually, the Jaguars, is the best in the league. It's number one. So RJ and the O line, they're really gonna need to come to play because we are gonna need help in the running department. They've been doing enough to help the passing game get along, but yeah, without the run game, passing game won't work as well. It can. It's a lot less of a chance, but yeah, we just need to continue to really pound the rock. Uh, yeah, so it'll be the 1 and 2 rushing defenses, and then passing defense wise, we are 11th, so a lot better. But yeah, it's going to be a very fun game to watch. But really, I think it comes down in the end, it kind of comes down to the QBs. As long as our defense doesn't decide to troll, which lately it's kind of been wishy washy on whether they're trolling or not. It's gonna come down to between the QBs, and I like Bo Nix a lot more than Trevor Lawrence. He's been having a solid year, credit to him, but Bo's been amazing this year. And I think if Bo really balls out again, I think he easily should be in the top MVP conversation. I'm not saying he should win it, but he should be getting that respect of absolutely carrying this team when it matters most. And he's done that all year. So yeah, hopefully he just shows up. Because as long as Bo comes out and plays another great game, I am 1,000% confident we win this. So it's gonna be a close game, I bet, because we're the Denver Broncos. We only play close games, but yeah, it's gonna be a great game. Really excited for this one. Hopefully the penalties aren't too bad. Um, so I mean, score prediction going into this one. Um, I'm gonna say 24. For how bold do I want to get with our defense here? I'll say 24-20 Broncos win. Um, so close game. Defense does a good job, hold them down. Offense does a solid job. Actually, I'll go 27-20 Broncos win. So yeah, don't prove me wrong here, Broncos. We've been having a great thing going this year, so let's keep that up here. So I mean, yeah, this was kind of a shorter pod. A lot later than I usually like to record and post these, so sorry about that. We'll get back on schedule next week. Um, so I mean, yeah, that's pretty much everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Trying to think if there's anything else to talk about here. Yeah, not really. We kind of covered it all. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please like, subscribe, share. Uh, Ben and Joel, I think I'll make sure to get them back next week. It's a lot of fun doing it with them. So yeah, we'll get them back next week. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Go Broncos.